Hi, happy November. Today, I have so much to do and I have a deadline in a week. However, I'm not working on that. I looked at it this morning and was like, no, I need a day away from it. So I'm going to try and work on getting some short stuff done, stuff that really needs to be done, that I just keep putting off. I have a short piece that I want to write. I have an essay that I want to write, so I'm going to get those done today. Is my plan. And then once my deadline is done, I really want to start draft 2 of Intermission because I've got some really great ideas from it, from all the feedback, and I also really need to get on with working on the Good Ship Verdant as well. So that's the plan for the month.
Show you can support your favourites after all of tonight's dance.
Amanda could probably tell us. But yeah.
Okay, I'm going to hand my assessment in today. I'm kind of nervous about it, but I also kind of feel like the longer I leave it, the more anxious I'm going to get. So I'm just going to submit it today, and then that'll be done. And then I really want to get on with Intermission, draft 2. I work primarily on like a 3 draft system. So draft 1 is make it exist. It exists. Draft 2 is make it make sense. So I've got a lot of work to do. I kind of know what I'm going to do. I have to work out the ending a bit more, but I think I know. I think I know where I'm going to go. It's just actually getting it done. So that's the plan for the next few days. There's quite a lot going on, actually. I was going to say it's a big week, but it's not really necessarily. I mean, with uni, we're starting our second module this week, so that's exciting. Especially because I've now got my assignment in, so I feel so much better about that. I'm filming a podcast in literally about an hour and a half. I've been asked to blurb a book, so I've got to read the book to do a blurb, and I really need to get Intermission second draft done. I've started it. I can't make myself focus on it though. So this week, that's my big task, is I do want to get Intermission, the second draft, well underway. So I've been trying to write Intermission for the last week or so, and I've really been struggling. I haven't really been able to format it how I want. I'm having a lot of issues with the framing device. And I had to talk with my mum and also my mentor, and I think that I'm focusing on the wrong thing. So I think what the best thing to do right now is go through, completely fix what I can, and then go in after with the new framing device that I'm going to put in, and that might actually work out for the best, because then it's going to look at it like I'm looking at it from another set of eyes, which is what the new framing device is meant to be. It's frustrating, but it's good that I've had this realisation now, I think. And I'm really excited to get working back on it again, because I really do love this book and I'm really excited to write it, but I just can't. I've been really struggling. I wasn't able to, but I'm really hoping I can make some progress on it this week. Light is awful in here. I keep telling them they should change it, but you know what? It's been a really weird day today. I had every intention of working on Intermission, and I started to, and then I did my uni call, which was really weirdly intense, and then yeah, and then I felt so like weird and dysregulated. I ended up not working on Intermission, but instead I'm doing a workshop in January, so I was working on the presentation for that. So it's still work, but I'm so excited to work on Intermission, but it's so difficult to work on for some reason. Right now I'm waiting. I'm doing a talk. I'm not doing a talk. I'm going to listen to a talk that I'm hoping will be very helpful for me for later projects. So I'm excited for that. I'm just waiting for that to start. Okay, we're going to try and work today. I don't know why it's just so hard to write. I've written a little bit. I've been moving some stuff around, and nothing seems to be getting done. I don't understand why I'm not writing. I don't understand. So some fun book posts today. I was in Prosthetrics Prosetrix, I think, in the Nocturnia special edition, which is really exciting. This was expensive, but I think it's worth it to be able to have your stuff, like, oh my god, look at these, all the little details. I think it's worth paying sometimes a bit extra to have a copy of your stuff. I've noticed that journals that I've had working have shut down and the archive is gone and stuff like that, which is really upsetting. So it is nice to have a physical copy, and you know, at the end of the day, money will come back to you, won't it? Look, that's me. It looks so good. So pleased. Okay, so I've done in blue some new bits to add to the book. I'm got a meeting now, but that's going to be next. It's mainly in the second half because that's what's really struggling. I think after I've got these bits up, I'm going to have to try and work out how to do the framework that I want, because I can't see myself moving on until I know what I'm doing. I do also need to do a load of planning. I've got a new like series on Substack that I want to write. I want to make like a quiver for that. I've got to work out, I've got to write down all my dates in my diary for stuff coming up. I've got a load of marketing stuff to do as well. So we'll see how this afternoon goes. So I've been working on the book all day, and I don't actually think it's that scary. I'm quite concerned because I don't think it's scary. That being said, a lot of work has happened on it. It's definitely more of a horror now than it was even this morning, which is really good because I do want to get draft 2 done this month. Ideally, I wanted to do draft 2 and then an edit and possibly another draft before getting into official draft 3. I think this is like draft 2.3 at this point. I don't know, there's been a lot coming out of it and being made into graphics, which I think is better for the book itself, considering it's very visual. So I mean, I've lost some words, but I weirdly have added like nearly another 1,000 words. Don't know how that happened, but it's going well, I think. I don't know, I have the fatigue. Maybe if you're struggling with your book, Sarah, don't spend all day staring at it and then wondering why that isn't helping. Absolutely having a mare today. So my neighbours are meant to be getting something done with their electricity, and they cut off the power to my house instead of their house, which was really fun, especially because I was in the middle of uni, which I do online remotely. So that was fun. And now I need to reply to some people because I've been reaching out to people for like podcasts and stuff, and Cloudflare is down. Cloudflare, I think it is down. So like I can't access quite a lot of websites at the minute, but I suppose this does mean that I should just work on the book. It means I can work on the book, so that's good. Okay, so it turns out I'm in a significantly better position with intermission than I thought I was in. Yesterday I did a load of work on it. Today I've done quite a lot of work on it, and I think I've completed draft I think I'm on 2.3 at the minute. I'm going to be doing draft 2.4 tomorrow because I want to go through, give it another look through, add in some gaps before I then export it and put it into a different file to carry on with the other thing that I want to do with it, because I want it to have like scribbles on it like the police have been writing on paper. So I think I know how I'm going to do that, but that's going to take a while. So tomorrow I'm just going to call it 2.4, another go at it, and then hopefully once that's done I can export it and then have another go. That'll be 2.5, and once 2.5 is done, I'm going to ask for some feedback with some people that I know, and I'll be putting on Substack and Instagram, stuff like that. Because hello Phoebe, because I don't think it's actually that scary. But we are still in draft 2 is make it make sense. So that's all we're doing right now. Draft 3 is make it good. And draft 3 is going to have many, many mini drafts. I didn't expect draft 2 to have so many mini drafts. I've actually just reformatted it as well because I want margins around it. So I then had to reformat. That's taken me 40 minutes. It's so late. I need to go to sleep. I will update you tomorrow. Just going to go through draft 2 again before exporting it and then trying to figure out how to do the last bit of formatting that I want to do, and then draft 2 will be done. It's worked. I think it's worked. I think I can do it. I've got different colours for them. I've got different handwriting styles, and I've managed to upload the file as a PDF. So I think I'm well on the way to having draft 2 done soon. So yesterday I made one TikTok, quite silly, silly off the cuff, and that's done really well, weirdly. So the ones I'm planning, no, but the ones off the cuff are doing really well. I also imported intermission into the next software I'm going to use, and I had to reformat it because during the transition it didn't like it, so I had to refix it, but it's all done now. So now I've got to do the last bit of it, which is now looking at the framework from a different perspective. I'm going to have 3 police characters sort of look at it and be writing notes. So I don't think that's going to take me as long, but that is going to take a significant chunk of time. But so much is going on today, I don't think it's worth getting into it to have to stop. So I'm kind of like, do I just do it tomorrow? The last thing to do with this draft is to add comments from the police officers who are reading it. So that is what I'm doing now, and hopefully I can get this done today. And then draft 2 will be done. I think I'm on like draft 2.8 or something like that. Something stupid like that. But then hopefully like my second draft will be done. I've done it. The second phase is done. Oh my god, and I needed to get it done by Tuesday, and it's done. I feel so much better. I feel still very stressed about it. I still think there's a lot of work. It needs an edit, but I just don't have to look at it now for a few days. I feel so relieved. So I realised I never actually spoke about this on here. I've told like everyone I can think of, but I forgot to tell a vlog, sorry. So literally a few days ago, I had a friend who had a piece of her work read on BBC Sounds, and I was so inspired by it that I was like, I want to do that. How do I do that? And I googled it, and it came up with BBC Upload, so I uploaded the story that I really love, and cat's playing, and I got a text like the next day saying, hi, we're BBC Upload, we want to interview you on the radio, which was incredible. It was literally like a couple of days. It was like 3 days. It took in Cats Go Mad. It took in total, and my interviews on the BBC, it's available for it's going to be about 27 days now, so probably until the 18th of December this year. But oh my god, what an incredible experience. It was so scary, but I can't believe it. Okay, so I have decided, I don't know what's going on with my hair. I've decided that I'm going to ask for some feedback on some snippets. I'm going to put that on Substack, Circle, social media, and sort of see where, if anyone's got any feedback for me. Hopefully they do. And I also think I need to read both my comp titles again, which are The Appeal and A Head Full of Ghosts. And which is kind of annoying because like they're 2 quite big books, but I also kind of feel like maybe I need to do that. I have a horrible feeling that maybe I need to add more into the second half still, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Having a bad day today. I don't know why, but I've woken up. I've lost all sort of confidence in intermission. I don't even know where to start with the good ship Verdun. I feel like I'm doing the wrong thing. I want to quit entirely and just not write anymore and sort of disappear from the internet. And honestly, from real life as well. And I don't know why I'm feeling like this, but I've been feeling like this the last couple of days. I am worried the intermission isn't good. I don't think it's scary. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't want to do it. And in my degree that I'm doing now, they're like, oh, well, you're going to want to do this the second things get hard. And I'm wondering if that's what this is, or if I have just lost the ability to write and to do things. But I don't know, but I've got an open mic tonight. I'm going to a workshop, going to an open mic. So hopefully that will help me push out of it. This is my piece today. No, I do not read Swedish. Yes, I have forgotten how to pronounce these words. This piece is called Behold the Lobster Party. I get lost on my way to Fix Krogan. I do not mind particularly. This city doesn't seem to rush. People weave around each other at a leisurely pace. The Kattegat flows softly. Even the traffic seems mysteriously quiet. The stillness of Gothenburg is soothing. The trams are bright and blue. Their faces are friendlier than London trams, not as worn down or abused. I see passengers murmur into each other softly as they speed away. There's a freshness to the air that you only experience in these places, somewhere between the land and the sea, and salt settles in my hair. House sparrows flit around, delightedly pecking at crumbs that I don't see. A woman smiles at me as we take the same picture of the same sunset, delighted to share the same joy. I enter the restaurant, realising too late that I've wandered into somewhere way above my class, sporting windswept hair and a Lion King t-shirt. The black tie-clad waiters ignore it, but I stand out like a sore thumb as I'm led to my table, staring at the glass chandeliers, the thick linen tablecloths, the bottles of champagne on the tables that cost more than my rent. If my sister were here, she would say that either that I'm serving frazzled English women, or that I'm an embarrassment, and honestly, I think both are true. It's the beginning of Swedish lobster season. This gateway to the sea is the spiritual home of the hunt, hosting the first flavourful catch of the short season. The lobster party menu seems like a must, even though I'm unable to translate the price from Swedish krona to Great British pounds. It's a treat. My worries disappear quickly as the waitress appears with the fanciest plate I've ever seen, adorned with ice, lemon, samphire, and a scarlet lobster that barely fits. I'm unsure how to attack the lobster, but I delight in my reward upon cracking the claw, and I try to hold in my excitement lest I embarrass myself further. The waitress grins as I work it out, holding her thumbs up in excited approval. Looking out of the window, I'm shocked to see that the city is blanketed in night, and the canal waters reflect the illuminations of the bridge. I watch intently out of the window. A young girl darts home. A biker focuses intensely as his girlfriend casually throws her arms around his waist. I'm pretty sure I see a nun go by on a scooter, but I'm not convinced that's right. The tiniest cup I've ever seen is placed in front of me, and I delight in the richness of the bisque inside. The tiny cup is then whisked away, and pasta replaces it, another half lobster adorning the plate. Self-consciousness aside, I hungrily devour the pasta, wondering how I can recreate it at home. I will likely never return here, but I can hold the memories inside me. Leaving the restaurant, I savour the lingering taste on my tongue. The lobster is delicious.